Good evening, everybody. It is Sunday night. I thank you all for coming in tonight. Sorry, of course, got my dogs in here. I have, of course, come on tonight to read Matthew chapter 25 with everybody tonight. Before we go ahead and get into that, though, sorry, my work computer is connecting and reconnecting to the VPN, and I have no idea why. So let me just hold this then for right now until it finishes doing, I guess, whatever it's going to do. Okay, of course. Since I'm going to hold it, I guess, right now, I'll just tell you, by now, like I said, we're on Matthew 25, so you guys know. I'm coming from the King James 1611 version of the Holy Bible. I've got my study Bible with me, which is, and it seems like it's done, so I'm going to go ahead and put this down. I'm like, here's hoping. Hey, Message Remix. We use this is my study Bible just to help break things down a little bit. And, just in case, though, I'll still go ahead and show it. But this is what I'm using. This is my Bible. This is my big King James version. I said I've got a smaller one, but it's such tiny writing. This is for the best. And then, of course, as I state every night, if you don't have a Bible but you would like one, if you don't have a lot of money, the Dollar Tree does sell them for $1.25. I guess, though, it's kind of weird to still call it the Dollar Tree. But anyways, I digress. Dollar Tree has them for $1.25. There are ministries online who do offer free Bibles, so you can get them that way. Also, they do have, which I found the other night while I was online, they do have websites where you can buy Bibles that are pretty cheap. The only problem is, of course, you still have to pay for shipping, so. And as we all know, everything is up in the air right now, especially shipping. So, we're going to go ahead and get into this. Also, I'll put my new resource for words that we come across in here that we don't quite understand. I do have a website that I use now. And if my laptop would switch over to that. Okay, BibleStudyTools.com/dictionaries. And then you can go ahead and type in, because there's some things we're like, what does that mean? How does that help us to understand the scripture more? Use that. It breaks it down. It's pretty nice. I like it. All right. Also, actually, never mind. I think that was it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into this, because 25 is a little bit long, too. So if you need to, pause the video, go ahead, grab yourself a water tonight. I've got my little tumbler here. It says, be brave and be yourself. My friend Kiki got it for me when I started my job. And then also, if you need a snack, because sometimes people need to munch on a little something, I understand. Go ahead and grab that too. Just make sure your finger's not too dirty, anything while you're turning your pages. Or, if you're not turning a page, that's what it was. Turning pages. Of course, you can always download the Bible app on your phones, and they do have the version on there, along with King James and every other version they got. Though, like I said, I prefer King James version, or I have my Sefer book, which is, it's got all original 66 parts of the Bible, including those that were taken out of the Bible by the Roman Catholic Church prior to. So, but that one, I'd save up for that one, because that one's pretty. But if you're looking, it's pretty expensive. But if you're looking for something like that, you can always get that at Cepher.com, which is CEPHER. Did I spell that right? Yes, I did. CEPHER, Cepher.com. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into this. Like I said 25, and we're starting at verse 1. And so I'm going to do a recap, just a small one. We are leaving off from chapter 24, where Jesus was talking to the Pharisees and pretty much showing them how they were hypocrites and bringing people down because, they're telling everybody what to do, but they're not living by what they're preaching. And everybody's seeing that, but those people are just like, man, they're like going through it. And the Pharisees don't care. That's pretty much what he was talking about. So now we're continuing into 25. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 of them were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. So that's also what we read about yesterday, talking about no one knows when Jesus is going to come, but you have to be prepared. Thus, the parable about the virgins. And on to 14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained another 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth, and hid his Lord's money. And after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest me unto 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. Beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. I'm going to look at 25 just to break that down just a little bit. Like I get it, but like I said, y'all know with me, these and thous and thines, sometimes I'm like, who, what? So I'm going to look that up real quick. So let's see what the Message has to say. That was 25, chapter 25, verse 25. Excuse me. Okay, so it has 24 to 25 in here together, which is something that the just in case anybody's new, it's something that the Message does. They will put so many verses together. Sometimes they'll have them stand alone, but most times they usually have so many of them like together. In this case, like I said, 24 to 25 is here. So the servant given 1,000 said, "Master, I know you have high standards and hate careless ways, that you demand the best and make no allowances for error. I was afraid I might disappoint you, so I found a good hiding place and secured your money. Here it is, safe and sound to the cent." Okay, now, into 26, because this is where this comes into. So, verse 26, his Lord answered and said unto him, "Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury." Okay, let's see if we can find, I think I said that right. Of course, if you know the correct pronunciations, please feel free to tell me. Put those in the comments below, or you can send them to me in Messenger. I am here to learn with you all, so I am happy. Please, especially if there are names of people, cities, places, whatever, and I'm not quite sure how to say this. If y'all know the correct pronunciation, please tell me. 'Cause like I said, I'm here learning right along with y'all, okay? So let me go ahead. And the word was usury, it looked like. So that was in verse 27, and it's USURY. SURY. Let's find it. Okay, here we go. And now this website, it's nice, but it does come with ads, y'all. So, what website doesn't come with ads though nowadays, right? Okay, so, and another ad joined. Okay, and another. Why are there so many ads tonight? Okay. Usury, the sum paid for the use of money, hence interest, not as in the modern sense, exorbitant interest. The Jews were forbidden to exact usury, only, which is coming from Leviticus 25:37. I'm sorry, 36:37. Looks like they're using this as an example. Only, however, in their dealings with each other, which, like I said, talks about that in Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 19, and verse 20. The violation of this law was viewed as a great crime. Psalms 15:5, Proverbs 28:8, and Jeremiah 15:10. After the return and later, this law was much neglected. And it looks like that's coming from Nehemiah chapter 5, verse 7, and Nehemiah chapter 5, verse 10. Now, so essentially it says, so usury, the sum paid for the use of money. And so interest. So we're looking at, it's interest, pretty much. So let's go ahead and look at that again. 27 says, "Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with interest." Makes sense. "Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. So that's the first one. "For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. Therefore shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So, in essence, don't waste what the time that God has given you to assignments that He's given you. Everyone has assignments. Now, sometimes it takes a lot of praying to figure out what those assignments are. Or sometimes we know what we're supposed to do, but we just procrastinate a lot. And we do what we want to do. I'm only speaking from experience. I can tell you a lot about, hey, I know God's been talking to me for a while, and I was supposed to be doing this, but I was out there doing my own thing because I wanted to be like everybody else. And let's see where it got me. So, yeah, it's important to do the assignments that we're given. Which reminds me of a Bible study that I heard not long ago from my Uncle Lamonte, as I call him, which that is his name, but I call him Uncle. I'm not really related to him. He calls me Niecy Poo. It's hilarious. It's cute. He talked about assignment versus agenda. And it is a very real thing. It is a very, very, very real thing. We have an assignment that we are given, that we are supposed to do, but we feel like we've got our own agenda. We're going to do what we want to do. Yeah, and that's where we get in trouble. For example, let's go ahead and actually just talk about this real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get back into it. Not very much to go, but this is something really good. We were talking about Moses and how Moses was told that by God, while they were out in the wilderness, God told him to speak to the rock, and then the water would come forth to give, for the people, for all the people out there in the desert. But Moses was upset about something. He was upset about the people around him. They were acting up, all the people out there. And instead of doing what God told him to do, he decided he was going to do what he was told, what he wanted to do. Because, which the only reason he knew how to do this, backstory, I know. Backstory, God had told him to do this before, except instead of talking to it, God told him to smite the rock with his staff once, and the water sprang forth, and people had plenty. Now this time though, God told him to speak to the rock and the water will come forth. Moses was so upset. Moses smote the rock twice. Bam, bam. And water came forth. But the Lord said, I didn't tell you to do that. That's not what I told you to do. You did what you wanted to do because you was upset about what was going on over here. And because of that, that's when Moses was told that he would not make it to the promised land. The people would still make it to the promised land, but it wouldn't be under Moses. And so then and then the story goes from there. And maybe we'll read that too one day. But anyways, that's assignment versus agenda. There's more that goes with it, but I like that one. I really do. If you have questions about that too, drop me in the comments or send me a message. We can always talk about that later. But yeah, okay. So that was just my little spiel, description, explanation, example. Sorry, I'm trying to think of the word. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back into. So now we are on verse 31. Okay. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them from one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on the right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. So in other words, just in case anybody missed that, you did these things for, in this case, like my apostles, my followers, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, I guess so. You did this for my people, and and they all, and who all believed in me. You believe in me. Therefore, you did it. Since you did it to them, you have done it also for me. Okay. I apologize. So I'm also tired. It was a long day. I usually talk about my day in the beginning. But it was still a blessing. It was still a blessing because we're still here, right? I pray all of you also had a good day. I should have said that at the beginning. But okay, let's go ahead and get back. Let's see. Okay, now on to 41. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick, and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, or thirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. So that was the end of 25. Tomorrow night we'll be back, which will be Monday. And we'll be back for chapter 26. Oh my gosh, we've only got 3 more chapters left. I can't believe how fast this is gone. But I feel like that was a lot of good. I mean, of course, every night is a lot of good information, but definitely this was a lot of good information, God is really going to be there. Here's the thing. You cannot hide anything from the Lord, okay? He sees all. He knows everybody's hearts. And so, just for those in the back who probably say, well, who are you to talk to me? Well, honey, I'm here to talk to you as somebody who came from the bottom, who needed help sometimes, and yet was pushed away. Now, don't get me wrong, not all pastors, because I have had some very, very, very good pastors, and I have an apostle now who helps me and talks to me when, I send her a message or anything. I know some really good pastors now who, if I need to talk or if I needed something, I know they would be there for me. And I had one in the past too who was there for me. But there are those who will sit there and they will be up there in the front of the church and talk about how they did this and they did that. But they're not doing anything for their people. Are your people prospering? If you were the only one prospering, but your people are not prospering, that is a problem. That is a problem. The people have come to the church. The God is sending people to, you are supposed to be there to heal the sick. You're supposed to be there to help them, talk to them, minister to them, and minister them with a humble heart. But when people are just casting people aside and just, I'm sorry, that's something that's conversation I had today with somebody in the car, and we were definitely on the same wavelength about it. But a good example is what we talked about today. A young girl might be pregnant, 15, 16, and she's at the church, but instead of the church chastising her and kicking her out, the church is supposed to be there to talk to her and love, minister to her, and help her, teach her. And this is, God's church needs cleaning up, y'all. God's church needs cleaning up. And there are those of us who are out here willing to do it. But it's okay, because God is exposing those fake pastors and everything right now. Y'all don't believe me? Go out there and watch. It's not something I usually go into, but I'm very passionate about doing the right thing, helping people. Don't just throw people aside. Yes, I know what my word says, but the word also says to talk to people, minister to them, and help them. You don't just throw people out. That's not how. That's not God. That's not Jesus' heart. Okay, that's not God's heart. God disciplines those of us who need disciplining, but He loves you enough to discipline you because He wants you to do right and get right, and so that way you don't make the same mistakes again. But there are some out there who just Okay, I'm not going to go off too much longer. I apologize. Like I said, that's just something I'm very passionate about, is being there for people and not just, because I have seen some things too with the homeless, and it just, anyways. Okay, I do thank y'all for coming in tonight. I pray that this word, that somebody has received it. I pray that it has helped somebody to get back into the word. I pray that it has helped somebody to either come to the Lord for the first time or to come back to Him. Just by reading this, watching the videos. I don't want none of the glory. I want all the glory to go to my Father in heaven. That's where I want all the glory to go to. I'm just a servant out here doing what I'm supposed to be doing now. Instead, the procrastination. Help me pray that away, y'all. But I love you all. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave those in the comments below, or you can send those to me through Messenger. And I'm going to give out my social media tags in a minute, though they are also in the description below. And if you have any prayer requests, you can always leave those in the comments. I'm more than happy to pray with you or for somebody. Now, if you don't feel comfortable leaving what's going on in the comments, that's fine. You can always send those to me through Messenger. Or if you don't feel comfortable saying what a friend or someone needs prayer for, like I said, that's fine too. Just either, hey Ken, can you pray for me? Hey Kenny, can you pray for this person? That's completely fine. All I ask is that you please leave the other person's name so that way I can call it out during prayer. Also, that's right, social media tags. Of course, I got my list next to me. Y'all know that by now. Facebook. You can reach me through Facebook Messenger at Kendrea Hoyle. That is KENDREAHOYLE. Or you can reach me on Instagram, and that is at Kenny Hoyle. So that's KENNIIHOYLE. And I will see those messages and I will answer back as soon as possible. like I said, please feel free to leave comments. I'm learning right along with y'all. So, you know, we're in this oh man, I never thought I'd say that. We're in this together when it comes to this. Anyways, again, I thank you all for coming in. I pray this has edified your soul as it has edified mine. I pray that y'all are blessed by it, like I'm blessed by it. I love reading the word with y'all. This is definitely something that has brought me joy. It has brought me joy. So I will see y'all tomorrow night. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, I did. Okay, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all tomorrow night for chapter 26. God bless y'all. I hope y'all have a good day tomorrow, and I will see y'all tomorrow night. Bye.